Yo, what's good, everyone? It's your girl French Vanilla here, and today we're here with a 1 hour meta learning special. So, today I'm going to be learning four completely new countries and learning the metas and region guessing for each country. We've got Sweden, we've got Argentina, we've got Nigeria, and we've got the US. So, we'll have learned a lot of metas for one country in six of the seven continents. We're skipping Antarctica. But I think this will be super helpful for improving our GeoGuessr journey and our game in general. And then hopefully we'll do a video somewhere down the line practicing all the six countries we've practiced so far. And then we'll just slowly add more into our arsenal. But yeah, super excited to learn four new countries, different metas, see how much we can remember and what our scores will be. So let's jump right into the video. Okay, we're going to start with Sweden. And now we don't know anything about region guessing in Sweden, so these first couple of rounds, much like our other meta videos, are kind of just going to be us plonking it and reading the meta guides. Okay, we were near Copenhagen actually in Malmo. Houses in Skane commonly have either a white stone or a red brick wall with a colored wooden triangle beneath the roof. And it's, okay, the southern half of the country. Okay. I don't know if this is the same thing that they're talking about, like the colorful half under the roof. We're just gonna guess Sweden because that's the only country you can be here. Okay, so it was literally the same meta, but looked a little bit different there. All right, these houses, I feel like they look more like what I'd seen, like Iceland or something. I don't know, like a spa there. Well, I think I want to guess more north, right where it says Sweden. Okay, the Sweden Snowmobile Trail Red Cross. So small red crosses mark snowmobile trails and can be found in the northern half of the country. That is good to know. A red sign is the top half. Largest waterfall in Sweden. Okay. Danforsen, Sandvika. I mean, I don't know where it would be. I'm gonna guess here. Okay, not bad. Okay, so the bollards are the black rectangle. Flat bollards with a black rectangle and this reflector are most commonly found in major roads in the northern half. They can look similar to cylindrical bollards, but the black section is not horizontal. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what this means, but I think we'll run into the other meta at some point during the video. Okay, the red X's is the snowmobile thing, but I don't know where that would be exactly. Okay. I mean, it's in the northern half. Is this in the top half? I think so, but very big area to get that. We got 12K. Um, our goal most of the time with guessing meta maps is 15K, so let's keep that goal, and if we exceed it in like the first two or three runs of this map, we're gonna keep playing it just so we can learn a lot of the different metas for Sweden. But 12K is a really great score for never having played this country before in a meta map. Very tall trees. Like, I want to click up here, but I don't know if that's too. It might be too cold up there. Maybe a little bit more warm down here. You know what? Let's see. Looks like our game is frozen a little bit. Okay. It's just lagging a little bit, but that's okay. Dirt roads with a deep gray color and low green grassy vegetation are commonly found in northern half of Jämtland, which is this road up here. Okay. Double white, tall trees. I mean, it could be anywhere with a lake, so. Oh, wow, we actually got it like exactly right there. In the most of Jämtland County, particularly around the lake Storzen, you can find large farmlands commonly situated in the middle of the wide, often somewhat steep hills. Wow, we really got closer for just kind of like guessing it. I mean, this, I feel like this is more towards here for me. Okay, cool. In Skane, you get open agricultural landscape. And I kind of guess southern because it looked more like other countries nearby in Europe too, like, like Poland or Germany, I feel like, versus like, more north in Sweden. The flag. Woohoo. Okay. We're obviously near like a bay or a port or something. And it's like low key a little warm. I think this is meant to be no moving. Maybe I should stay where I am. Okay. I don't know where a big port would be. Like, where would people want to sail their boats? Maybe Gothenburg and like go out this way. Okay, not bad. West Coast red shed rose. So dense rows of very small red sheds are commonly found in coastal towns on the northern west coast. Okay. I mean, I don't know what kind of trees they are. I'm gonna go here. Okay, not horrible. Red dirt is mainly found in Dalarna, which is like south of where you would the Sweden thing is. The title of the country. Okay, let's see how we got. Wow, we got 19K there, which is like extremely good. Um, I definitely don't remember most of the metas we've learned though, so I think despite getting such a good score, we're gonna keep playing this a couple more rounds and hopefully get some of it to sink in. Red roofs, the red tile, I think that's in the southern half. Okay, cool. We definitely remember the colorful wooden triangle. And then the same thing. Perf. Oh, wait, not the same thing. Okay. Half timbered houses are found in the southern half of Skane, but also in southern Halland and in Visby on rare occasions. I did not know that. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. I mean, we're near a lake of some sorts. I'm gonna guess near here again. Okay, not that at all. So treeless mountains are usually only in the northwest, which kind of makes sense because there's like a lot of there's not a lot of sun there, not as much sun. Maybe it's harder to grow stuff. Um, that's like me trying to make logic out of it, but if that's incorrect, definitely feel free to correct me there. The red dirt, I feel like they said is in like a specific part. It's like a little south of the Sweden name. Okay, cool. 4.6. Dalarna. Maybe we should learn the regions of Sweden because it's saying things like Dalarna, and I don't know where that is. I'm just vibe guessing. Okay. Also pretty good with this one. The wedge-shaped bollards are similar to those in Germany, and they're in the southern half of the country, which makes sense because Germany is like right here. So there's probably some sort of like influence up there. Okay, 70K. Let's do this map two more times in total before we move on to Argentina. I suspect Argentina might be a little bit more difficult for us because we commonly misguess even the country right, much less like the right region of the country. So I think we'll definitely need more practice there, but we're doing really good on Sweden compared to some of the other metas that we've studied in different countries. So yeah, let's play it two more times and get that knowledge in there. Um, redwood trees. I don't know this one. I'm going to guess near Uppsala. Okay. Gotland white sand. So this is specific to Gotland. Um, White sand can be seen next to Rose on Gotland. It is more noticeable in the northern half of the island on Faro. Okay, that is good to know. I've never learned that before. what do I see here? I don't see red dirt. It's probably, maybe it's a bollard meta. These are circular, but I don't know what the circular ones are. I think the wedge ones were more near Germany, so maybe it's more near the middle? Okay. The cylindrical ones are in farmland in southern Dalarna. So here, kind of like northwest of Gothenburg. Okay, these are not bollards, are they? What are they? Cameras? Mm, and a lot of red roofs, or red barns. I don't know what you would call them. I'm not sure what this meta is. Okay, kind of near Norway. Exposed round rocks on the west coast. Okay. Flat farmland, south? Okay. A different flat farmland. So flat medium-sized fields, and you're in the northern half, to the coast between Umea and Luleå. Okay. Okay, we're in the middle of a forest with lots of leaves. I'm gonna guess and just see what it says. Um, let's. Okay, that is what it's talking about. Ferns are mostly found in southern and central Sweden. They can occasionally be found further north in the east. Okay, so it's just telling us about the vegetation that's common there. So 9K, our worst round yet, but we had 3 or 4 new metas, I think, in that round. So it's actually good that we kept, playing even though we got like a good score 1 round or whatever. Um, let's do one more time and then we'll move on to Argentina. Is this the half brick thing, half timbered? And then we got like the wedge shaped one, so I think it's southern. Okay. This is the Gotland limestone houses, which is different from the Gotland white sand, I think, that we read in the last one. So our dirty looking white facade, very distinct, gray walls or white walls with gray corners, a portal around a door, and windows divided in two. Okay. What metas are we looking for here? Is it the red roofs or... I know we're supposed to play the snow moving, but I don't know what we're looking at here. I don't know why I keep like zooming in on Finland. I know it's not. Okay, we are in the West Coast White Houses. So West Coast much lighter. White and light yellow houses are between Gothenburg and Norwegian border. Okay. Blue and yellow diagonals. Big mountains. Where's like a very mountainous part of Sweden? I feel like a lot of this looks like mountains to me. I'm gonna guess up here on a main road. Okay, not a horrible guess. Okay, it was a treeless meta with the mountains again, usually in the northwest. So I think we had the right vibe of going up here, more where the national parks are. Red dirt, red dirt. That is. I think I said it was a Klane or something. Maybe it was here. Okay. Dalarna. I don't know where Klane came from. Around Kalmar County. Okay. I think we're one more round of this one. Cows. Red barn. I think we're southwest. Okay, we're even more southern, but this is a new meta. So the southern corrugated square metal roofs. corrugated square metal roof panels with moss growing on them are typically found in southern Sweden, particularly in Skane and Blekinge. It is mostly found on large barns, and the roofs are very steep. Okay, let's see how we did overall. Okay, definitely not a bad score. We got 15K and above several times on this map, which is really good. I think this is probably like our best country we've practiced so far, at least at the start. Hopefully some of these metas will come into play in the future when we get Sweden and we get better at the country. Now, I'm going to take a quick break and then we're going to head into Argentina. Okay, we're ready to go into Argentina. This is a unique poll. I almost want to say it looks more like, like the Brazilian red dirt, something else like here. Okay, it was even more in the like little arm of land between like Brazil, Paraguay. Upside down trident is unique to Misiones province, which is right here. Okay, that makes sense because it definitely gave me like Brazil vibes. Oh God. um, we can't see anything, which is like if you're driving this Google car, I'd be so scared. I mean maybe in the mountains. Okay, nice. Death Road. I mean, yeah, that is a very fitting name. So let's find out where Death Road is. R65. The western part of the R65 in western Tucumán can be recognized by small dangerous roads in the clouds. It can look similar to the Road of Death in Bolivia. I never known this before, but I definitely agree with the name. That looks extremely scary to drive in, regardless if there are other people there. Just like the weather and the narrow road and the elevation. Um, okay, so it is left of. How can we remember this? It's northwest of Cordoba, near the mountains in the national park. R65. Okay, this feels like north to me. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Literally the opposite. Okay. Monkey puzzle tree. Monkey puzzle tree can be found in western Yukon. The specimens are seen on State Road 23 and in Chile as well. What is a monkey puzzle tree? Hmm. Okay, we'll have to get that one again to do a deeper look into it. This is like the left, right, left pull meta, so I know. Okay, I was gonna say I like know where we are, but obviously we're in Argentina. A C-type pull, 3 alternating beams. I'm not gonna read this whole thing out loud because it's a lot to read. And this is a probably most useful variant. Okay, usually near Cordoba. Okay, I don't recognize this one. Maybe more near Bolivia. Okay, not horrible. Sunflowers are found in Salta, Jujuy, and Tucumán. The Salta is here in the north. Okay. Okay, we got 11K, which is decent, I think, for our first time playing an Argentina specific map. I think that the things that we remember the most are the left, right, left, um, like the poles, and then also, like the province that's here between like Paraguay and Brazil. Okay, this is super, super flat. Um, Black and white bollards on both sides. I want to say we're near like, these like the desert in Chile also. Okay, not a great guess, but they are salt pans, which are typically found in Jujuy, which is the northern province. They're also found in Chile too. Okay, and Bolivia, which makes sense because like looking at the map here, it is the same type of land. Okay, this is not left, right, left. This is like right and left, right. um, I don't know what that one means though. Okay, it was near Cordoba again. This one is a B-type variant, so it's like left, right. And I know that's not like what it says on like the little pop-up thing, but I think that's how it'll help me remember is the directions they're facing. Um, sand, lots of sand and dirt. I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere. If you're watching this far into video and you get that reference, comment down below. So let's see if anyone guesses that. I don't know what kind of like these are they like black salt or something? Like they look so interesting. Okay, we are in volcanic rock region, only found in northwestern Catamarca. Which, if I zoom out, I can see that province, so that makes sense. This wooden pole is interesting. A lot of red dirt. Is it giving this region? I don't know. Okay, it is. Okay, cool. Um, so not for the meta we thought, but I think the clues we got from the last time we guessed in this region helped. But what they're trying to point out this time is the macaw palm, which is small thin leaves and a visible spear-shaped top, which I can kind of see, but not really. All across Argentina, but most common in Formosa and Misiones. Okay, I don't know what shape you would call this. It's not like it's like a triangle. I think it looks like a like a less than or a greater than sign, like the those ones. But I'm gonna guess here. Okay, 251 road lines. Danish style road lines, only non-divided road in Arge. Glitchy sunset coverage. Okay. 9K. Um, that's okay. We got, I think, like 4 or 5 new metas in that round. So let's keep playing and seeing what we can remember. Okay, left, right, left. Near Cordoba? Okay. So I think we're in the right province. Yes, okay. None of the pulled metas we know. I don't know about the vegetation either. I don't know what do you call this plant? Like, am I missing something obvious here? I don't know what to, I feel like I have an idea in my head, but I almost don't want to say it out loud in case I'm really wrong. Um, okay, this is sorghum. Is that like type of wheat or something, right? Mostly found in Santa Fe, Cordoba, and Buenos Aires. Dark red flower heads. Okay. Are these the salt flats? I don't know what. Wait, no, this is not salt flats. What am I saying? I feel like it's more near Chile though. Nope. Okay, this is completely new. So the RN40 in Santa Cruz has 3 smudges on the camera. It's seen on the RP29, but that road is dirt. Perito Moreno for the 3 smudges. Yellow middle line. I don't know where this is. I'm gonna guess near Cordoba. Okay, it was the pampas grass, one of the most defining flora of the pampas region, long bunch reeds and white fluffy flower heads. Okay. Hmm. I don't know what the meta is here. We have yellow middle line. I'm gonna guess Cordoba because it seems like where a lot of them are based, maybe? Okay. Literally, I think as far away as we could be. We only got 9 points there, but flat grass, no bushes. This kind of vegetation is in Tierra del Fuego or southeastern Santa Cruz, which is right near the bottom. Okay, so we got 5K there, our worst round yet, but a lot of new metas that hopefully we can use in duels. Okay, it's very flat. I don't know this dash outer line meta yet, but we will once we guess. Okay. Sunrise coverage with bad image quality and multiple blurs is west of Rio, Colorado, in La Pampa. Blurry sunset is La Pampa. Um, Lots of blurs here. There's like a three-tiered, like an E-shaped one, but I don't know. I haven't seen that one yet. Where's like a big city? Salta? Sure. Okay. This is the Comdoro Rivadavia, built on the slopes of the hill, making the city recognizable. Okay. I think that's just something we'd have to know with practice, since it's only one city. Green pole, arched out. I don't know this one. Okay. In Mar del Plata, architecture with quartzite facades and orange roofs. Okay. In Buenos Aires province. Uh, right, left, right is in near Cordoba and Santa Fe. Okay, nice. Yellow middle road. I think it's the same like Cordoba thing. Okay, so it's actually in the I can't read the name of the province because when I zoom out or zoom in, it's not there. Okay, so but it's talking about the Butia yatai palm, which is arching pinnate leaves and found in the incline. Okay. All right, 4K there. I think we're getting a lot of new metas. It seems to be a lot more different metas in Argentina than like we had in Sweden, for example, in the last set of maps that we played. So let's play this maybe like one or two more times, and then we'll move on to Nigeria and then the US. Hmm. I don't know. Is this that one? It's like built in that one hill thing, right? That we just had. I think it's this. Perfect. Okay, we got 4.9. So we definitely recognize those hills that we just saw in the last round. I think it was like very different angle from what we had before, but we still got it. Okay, it's definitely some sort of pole meta, I think, but I don't know this type of pole. And the dirt doesn't look too red. I'm still gonna guess in Santa Fe though. Okay, these are Latvian poles. Why are there Latvian poles in Argentina? Okay, interesting. Within Argentina, these poles are unique to La Rioja and Mendoza. It's basically only in La Rioja. Okay. It's like a left, right, left, but they're very, like, small. I don't know what you call them. Like the things that hang off the pole. Okay. We recognize that one. We're getting. I think this is the. This is not the left, right, left, is it? I think it is. But it's like La Palma or something, or is that? I think I might be confusing the names. I'm gonna go here. No, it is. Okay, so it is a palm meta. but the palmetto was in this province up here. Okay, flat green lands. I mean, there's a road sign, but I'm trying to ignore that for now to learn the meta. Yellow, white dashed outer. I don't know this one. I don't know what those trees are. We're gonna guess here. Okay, so ignoring the road sign was the meta we were trying to figure out, I guess. The T junctions in La Pampa sometimes have these yellow rectangular signs with a chevron pattern on the bottom and the road numbers above. Okay, La Pampa is this province. Okay. All right, 11K. Not the best in the world, but not horrible either. I think we're gonna stop there for Argentina and move on to Nigeria after a short break. All right, let's move on to Nigeria. Okay, we got like the yellow, black dash back of the truck. I'm gonna guess near Abuja. Okay, Nigeria is mainly Christian in the south and Islamic in the north. After such, seeing women in hijabs is more common in the north. That makes sense. I didn't know that. I thought Nigeria was mostly a Christian country, but this is new information. This is good. Okay, this truck with the red light, I low-key thought it was the Rwanda truck earlier, and I think it looks similar, but I don't normally see it in Nigeria. I'm gonna guess near Abuja again. Okay. The Benue estate has a lush green grass and reddish soil. Kaboko. I don't see the state names, kind of like I did for Argentina and like Sweden. Like when I zoom out, like I don't see like the little letters, but we'll just have to remember more particularly where things are. Okay, black and yellow dash tape and a mountain. Um, Maybe here. Okay, Abuja exposed rock. These monolithic mountains are found in and around Abuja. Okay. Okay, the black and yellow tape we recognize. Not wearing a hijab. This looks like a big city, but I don't know where it is. I'm gonna guess Kano. Okay, it was literally Lagos. Yeah, we'll get better at this. Black half of the truck, the back half. We're kind of like in a not city area. I'm gonna guess here on this road. Okay, not horrible. Um, shit cam. Okay, apparently the shit cam was on the A1 here, northwest of Abuja. Okay, so 2.8K, which is not good at all. That's not even like 5K, like, one really good guess. We can get this. We'll get it. I think the margins for error are a lot smaller here because the country is like geographically smaller than like Sweden, for example, which is a lot taller, which is why I think we might have scored way better on there than here at first. Um, Red dirt. I don't know. Okay. Open landscape is usually in the northwest. Okay. This is a very busy city. Um, I do not see a lot of women in hijab. Oh, actually, there's a few, but most are really not in hijabs. Uh, no, there are. I'm gonna Kano. Okay. So that was an interesting round because we were definitely like in a big city there, which we recognize, but we saw a mixture of women both in hijabs, also women like not in hijabs. So I think maybe it's just more of like a vibe on which one has like a majority if it's a big city. And also using our other clues, like, like the car or like the poles or, signs if we see the city names. Okay, is this a gold follow car? Mm, we might not even have a follow car here. Okay, so this is, I think, what they call the shit cam. Maybe like up here. Nice, okay. So it's on the A1 and the A124, it looks like so far. Is this the same cam thing? It might be. I'm gonna go up. Is this A1? Yeah, we're gonna go up here. Okay, we were actually on the right road. Well, I didn't click on the road, but um, we're pretty close to where it is. Lots of blurs, which is weird. Flat open landscape though. Is this open? I don't know if I think the trees prevent it from being called open. We're gonna go in the north. Okay, it was the open landscape, but it was even more north near like Mafara Bakura. Okay. 7K, so if you take our score from the first round, we tripled it, which is good. Um, we are trying to get 15K, so let's see if we can double our score this round in the next round. Positive thinking. Okay, these mountains are definitely interesting. I've never seen these before in the meta. Um, where is it really mountainous in Nigeria? There's a lot of mountains. I mean, there's reserves. I'm gonna guess here. Okay. Oh, this is the Abuja exposed rock. Okay. That makes sense. This is the camera quality, I believe, that they say is not great. Okay, no, open landscape. Okay, so I think by open landscape, the definition is not like there's no trees, it's just not very many trees and there's like a lot of desert. So we gotta lock in on that one because I think we've missed it 2 or 3 times now. Um, this road is very broken. I don't know what that means in terms of the meta. Okay, we were in Abuja. I didn't look at the rock, so that was kind of just a lucky guess versus like we knew the meta, I guess. Okay. I see a lot of hijabs, so I feel like we're in the northern half of the country. Nice, okay. I mean, this meta is really helping us just get, you know, top or bottom half of the country. And it's also kind of just like a vibe thing. It's not like some of the other metas with like the cars or like the specific rock, which tell us like a city to look at. There's a tire in the truck. I don't know what plant this is. I don't know. There's like reeds coming out the top or something. Um, I'm not sure where this is. I'm gonna guess near Ibadan. Okay, we were in the north near Kano. Green agricultural. Oh, lots of corn. Okay, so I guess it was corn. That makes sense. All right, we're at 9.6K right now. Let's do one more round maybe. I think we're getting better at this for sure. We got 2K, 7K, 9K. Actually, you know what? Let's give ourselves two more tries. So hopefully we can hit our 15K goal, but if not, we'll definitely come back to this at a later time and, go through all the metas we learn and hopefully learn some new ones as well. Okay, red dirt. Mm, not an open landscape. Do you see any mountains? We do not. I don't know. Okay, not a great guess. So, lush green grass would be near Gaboko. I think these are the Abuja Hills, maybe? Okay, great. So we got at least the Abuja exposed rock, which is good. If we take anything away from this, um, I want to say it looks like a willow tree, but I feel like it's not a willow tree. Um, I don't know. 2.3K. Okay, haystacks are in Kaduna, which is north of Abuja. Okay, red rock. Open landscape. Okay, this is the open landscape again. Okay, 9K. Let's give it one more try. And then we'll head to the US meta map, which hopefully should be easier for us because we're from the US, but we've learned so much from Sweden, Argentina, and Nigeria so far, and I definitely am going to revisit these maps to learn more about region guessing in these countries in the future. All right, let's give it our best shot. I think this is the open landscapes, right? No hay bales, but or not bales, hay stacks. I think we're gonna guess in the north here. Okay. Oh, this was the shit cam. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Okay, these are the haystacks we just saw, which is, I think it's Kaduna. Great. Okay, we got that one. I think we had this exact location before. Maybe we were near Lagos. Okay, we were in Ibadan. Flat open landscape is the northwest. Probably should guess on a road near a city. Okay, not bad. 3.8 there. Um, okay, so this is a mosque, right? It should be in the northern half of the country. Can we see a city name? Mosque Shopping Mall. We cannot. But are those mountains? Those aren't the Abuja rocks, are they? They might be. They are, okay. So not the meta that it popped up with, but I think we definitely noticed the Abuja rock in the background and combine that with seeing the mosque to help us figure out the city. So it's like two or three metas that we've put together to get that guess, which is really good, and I think this is our best round yet. We hit the 15K goal. Okay, woo! Super exciting. All right. We learned a lot of metas in Nigeria just now, and I think that Abuja Rock, like, we're gonna remember that forever, hopefully. But that was very good. We're gonna move on to the US and see how we do with learning the metas there. Okay. I feel like a lot of this might be like recognizing license plates, like what the blurs are. Um, Alert neighborhood. Hmm. I don't know if I know where we are. I think I'm just gonna guess Texas. Okay, so we're in Oklahoma. No front plates required. Low key kind of blue on the left and right. Okay. Aloha Boulevard. I mean, I think we're definitely in Hawaii. And this is Kau Rubbish Disposal. But I don't know if that's a island name or like the brand name. I'm gonna guess here. Okay. So yeah, Hawaii's the only state with its own language. Like I think we can kind of recognize Hawaii separate from the other states because of that. So that is a meta we like kind of knew. We say a lot of hay bales. I mean, I feel like that reminds me of any of like these states up here, like Ohio to Iowa. I guess Iowa. Okay. It was South Dakota. The area spanning from the Montana border was sorry. The area spanning from the Montana border with Saskatchewan to the western Great Lakes features many prairie potholes. These are areas of low-lying wetlands that feature marshy grasses and small shallow ponds. Okay. Yellow license plate. Is this like New Jersey maybe? 732 Highland Park, New Jersey. Um okay, let's see if we can find it. Um I don't know. I don't think New Jersey's that big. Eatontown, Colts Neck, Freehold, Millstone, Windsor, Princeton, Monroe, East Brunswick, Edison. Ooh, Highland Park. Okay, hold on. Maybe we can 5K this. Hold up. Chef G. Raritan Plaza? What streets are we on? Central Ave and Columbia Street? So is Central Ave this like main Ave? Do we see Columbia Street or Central? Maybe there's more than one Highland Park. I think I just found one and I'm like, yep, that's it. Okay. I'm getting a little bit tired, so I think I'm just gonna hit it in here and not try for the 5K. Okay, yeah, the yellow was New Jersey. Okay. Green? This is Vermont, maybe? The trees kind of line up with Vermont. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Vermont. I think green is Vermont. It might be another state too, but okay. So it was not green, it was blue, and it was North Dakota, which I think we had in the last what is it, location, but in this round still. So 15K, I mean, we're from the US, so I think there's no surprise there that this might be like the easiest country to learn metas for, since we probably have an advantage for knowing like, the different states, like their outlines, or like the colors of some of the license plates or things like that. So we're starting off at a strong 15K. I'm gonna play 2 or 3 more rounds of this and see if there's any other metas I can pick up that I didn't know before. Okay, we see hay bales. Pine County. I don't know where Pine County is. I know that snow passing zone is only in the US, but it doesn't really tell me what state we're in. Pine County. Um, where could we be? I'm gonna guess like Illinois. Okay, we're in Minnesota. Oh, okay. So on most stop signs in Minnesota, there's a black and white marker horizontally. And that is something I did not know before about the US, so we'll try to remember that. Okay, Minnesota black, white stripes on the stop sign. Okay, this is very unique. I feel like this could only be like somewhere here, but I mean, I'm leaning more towards like New Mexico, Colorado type vibe. I'm gonna guess here. Okay, these were Nevada bollards, which we've never learned before. So, a bollard with a reflector on a stick, vertical rectangle, and a white field with a black outline. Wow, these mountains are beautiful. Low key, I forget how beautiful certain parts of the US can be because I think so many times, like, I just don't see it, like on the news or pictures of it or whatever. Okay, Nevada. I think we just had this one. I mean, it's probably more north. Okay, here. Okay, perf. 4.6. This low key reminds me of Sweden for some reason, like the trees. Which I mean makes me think we're like maybe more up here, north, Maine. Okay, we're in Minnesota. Yellow signs with vertical black triangles are in bridges and river crossings in Minnesota. Okay. I have no clue where this is. Oh, hold on. Okay, that's a tree. I mean, it's very hilly. I feel like this could be anywhere. I'm gonna guess Wyoming. Were we in Wyoming? No, we're in Nebraska. Okay. So these sandhills are a recognizable region of hills with prairie grass in the north part of the state. Okay, that makes sense. 11K. Um, Worse than the last round, but we got new metas that we didn't know before, so we learned more information. All right, I think this next one will be my last one for today. Hopefully, we get a really good score here and we remember most or some of the metas that we learned for each of the different countries we went through today. So, church. Hmm. Piney Grove, Baptist. I feel like Baptist is more common than the South, maybe? Like, I'm thinking like Texas for some reason, but I don't entirely know. Lamar County. Yeah, I'm not sure where Lamar County is. Mm, Actually, I'm gonna guess more north near Virginia because of the trees. Okay, it was Alabama. Yellow lines with a larger gap between them are more common in Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Oregon. Okay. These fields are so green. Um, I'm gonna guess Ohio. Okay. Green license plate. I think this is actually Vermont this time. Surely. Okay. Yeah, green license plate Vermont. We know that one. Um, Tall trees. We're on a motorcycle? I didn't know that there was covered chicken on a motorcycle. Um, Mineral Springs, let's say recreational area. Oh my god, it's so blurry. Um, okay, I don't know if we're gonna get much information here with how blurry it is. I'm gonna go for Minnesota. Okay, these were Washington bollards, which I didn't know that they had their own in the state. So they're white or brown posts with a white rectangle in the front and two small squares on the back. Interesting. Okay. Silver back of the stop sign, one line in the middle. I'm gonna go like Nebraska here. Okay, not super far off. So these were Kansas white reflectors, mostly in rural areas. And if you have any tips on the countries we reviewed today, so Sweden, Argentina, Nigeria, or the US, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Thank you again so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla. Have a great day!